First, Coach, what is it that you say to your guys after giving up one where you led the game almost the entire game?
Yeah, it's hard. You're searching for words, and you're trying to kind of put things into perspective, and basically just want to make sure that the guys understand that we go into these games that, we've got to. You got to come away with no regrets. You got to make sure that you go into the game prepared. Starting with me as a play caller, leading this football team. I look at myself. We can each look in the mirror and self-evaluate. But you definitely want to make sure that your preparation during the week is on point, because as we know, it's not getting any easier.
Right.
And teams are playing well, and we're not in a couple areas of the game. It's like for 3 quarters again today, we played well, and then 1 quarter a little bit of a letdown. So we just got to focus on finishing a little better.
Speaking on that, what is the big emphasis that you will talk about for playing 60 minutes of the football game?
It's exactly what I mentioned to the team last night and this morning. Was we got to play for 60 minutes, and as cliche as sometimes that is, I mean, it was evident today that we didn't play the full game, and we just got to continue to evaluate and again learn from this, right, and make sure. A lot of football left, a lot of games ahead of us, and nothing gets nothing's going to be handed to us. We got to make sure that we go earn and work for everything that we get. What
was the difference in Carolina? Because for 3 quarters they didn't really move the ball, couldn't score any points. What was the difference in them offensively?
I think the biggest thing was a couple of their big plays. Cam had a couple big scrambles, in the second half. They had the reverse for the touchdown. So a lot of their things that came off of either a gimmick play or a broken play that they had success at. And up to that point, I thought we were playing extremely well, and defense was getting after Cam. And you just, when you're playing an athletic quarterback like that, you just got to make sure you got to try to push the pocket, but keep him in there, and he made some great plays in the second half.
Your young quarterback played extremely well, maybe a couple of misfires down the stretch. What's your conversation with Carson?
It's amazing, because as well as he plays, I think there's still room to improve, obviously, yep, and learn from, and we'll take a look at this tape. I think there were some situations. There was a situation down the stretch where, maybe go someplace else with the ball, or whatever it is. We'll take a look at it and evaluate it. But he's played extremely well, and he's tough, and he's hung in there and battled, and made some great throws today. And the guys hung in there for him. And but we know too that it takes 11 on offense, and sometimes we just got to make sure that we use all the guys, and just I don't want him to feel like he's got to make all the plays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a young player, and that's kind of where we're at right now.
Offensively, you're right. He really threw the ball well, and especially to the tight ends. What was it that you saw about this defense that led to the tight end being such a factor today?
Well, we just felt like going in, number one, our 2 tight ends are mismatches, defensively.
Yep.
If they're going to play with linebackers or safeties on them, and we just felt we had an advantage there, and tried to exploit that just a little bit with some of the routes and combinations we had, and I thought we did a pretty decent job there, and doing some of the things, and so we just felt like that was going to be part of our game plan, and use the middle of the field a little bit, and execute some of the throws we did to Zach and Dallas.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.